Hello, all. Welcome back for some more Planet Earlth with me, Cheese, your guide through this beautiful, wonderful land that I've been working on. We are starting out today on top of Mount Gunther, the kind of central mountain to our little area that we've been focusing on. On top of Mount Gunther, actually, right here is the beautiful statue to the goddess Earl, to be girl, Earl. Actually, I don't think I've really shown this off a whole lot in videos, but this is an entire statue that I built in survival, layer by layer, um, based on design that I found online, and put on top of this very mountain. There's headquarters, there's Cheeseville, the pumpkin farm, pumpkin pie factory, sorry. And yeah, this is it. This is like kind of the central location of this map. Um, but that's not what we're going to be focusing on today. We are focusing today on a new town that we have just recently added to the collective. It's called Minor Town. Actually, what if we can see it all the way down here? No, not quite. It's way down there. But what we can see from here is Miner's house. So Miner is actually a player who has been on the channel and watched us on Twitch when we were live on Twitch, and has been on this map and built his own base, which is get around here, that little house, the little cabin that we were just looking at. So kind of in Miner's I don't know, in his name, or in what do you want to call it? Not in memoriam, because Miner's not dead or anything, but like to commemorate Miner, in a way, just because of how much they've meant to us, over the years. I've decided to kind of honor them with a village. And actually, Miner, if you are watching, this village is indeed yours. Just like with Ham, I gave him a village, and I am now also doing the same for you. But yeah, this is actually Miner's house. Um, love this little spot. Miner's got a beautiful little cabin right on top of this hill. This is Miner's Hill, just as well. And yeah, once again, I love these little distinctions. This is just a little spot for Miner to do, you know, whatever Miner wants, you know. um, and um, and yeah, they set up all this stuff. Um, put all the farm and everything down and whatnot, and they have like a whole thing down there. Pretty cool stuff. So I have a path that connects up to the Miner exchange. Now the cool thing about Miner is the name is also kind of a dual play. Obviously, it works out for a couple things. So the Miner exchange, not only does it come from we have this whole rail system that makes its way all the way from headquarters all the way down here, but the Miner exchange also connects up to the quarry, which is where I've dug out a whole bunch of materials from. Comes up here with a path to Miner's house, and the path diverges. And obviously, this path that we were just on goes all the way back to Earl's cabin. So you have this nice little area right over here, right around Mount Gunther. A lot of stuff kind of focused right around Mount Gunther. But if you come off of the path, it diverges again and starts to head. I guess we're going south. Yeah, this is going south. Now, what's cool is we're going to start passing Cherry Ranch. So there's Cherry Ranch over on our right. If we get far enough down here, we'll have another split in the path. I gotta make signs. At some point, I'm gonna make signs so that people don't get confused, because I can see how easily it would be to get confused. Um, but yeah, so this path also goes all the way back to the ranch and goes all the way into this little gate entrance right there. But then it comes down this way, continues south, and we make our way to Minortown. Now, I also wanted to, just kind of flesh out this town and go ahead and incorporate it as well, just because I want to continue to expand this area out. Once again, I almost just ran right past it. Made a little bridge. I thought this was, just a simple, nice bridge. This is a little bit of a divergence from some of the bridges I've made in the past, especially like the one going to the Ham's new village. That one's all stone brick, and like it's kind of like a thicker style, more sturdy. This, in my opinion, is more of like just a complete wooden construction bridge. Still very sturdy, obviously. It's all very thick logs and everything. Extends all the way down to the water. However, it's a lot more natural looking. So I don't know. I thought it looked had a whole bunch of oak. So I was like, I'm gonna make an oak log bridge. So I did. So the path continues on. We actually have the floating slime island right over there, and I guess that also means basically, yeah, this lake or this like a little bit of water you see at the edge right here is the lake that is where Ham's castle is. So we're actually not too far from Ham. We're gonna keep going this way, and then we'll start to see some walls. So here we are. We're starting to enter the confines of this new village. And once again, I did sort of this sort of wall building that I actually want to feature in another video. I've got plans. To show off kind of what I've done here. But basically, what you've got is just this kind of zigzagging pattern of strip logs. And boy, did it take forever to strip all of these logs. However, what it does, in my opinion, is it breaks up that texture very nicely, and it gives it this very rough design, like it is, like an actual natural pattern. It's all the same size logs, all cut and then placed in the ground like a giant fence, basically. Oh, that is the wrong thing. Let me go and sleep real quick. But yeah, I feel like this design is very nice. I've used this on a lot of different villages now, like 4 or 5 or 6 villages at this point. But it does a very good job of encapsulating the village, in my opinion. And then once again, like, it's all just logs. So at the end of the day, if I want to take all this down, I can, and I can still use it as a resource to build with and stuff. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to start making our way into here. I haven't even labeled this guy yet. Maybe that's something we'll do in the video today. But we come through the gate. First things first is we have this nice little gate into the village. I always like doing this. Typically in villages like this, I try to have like at least 2 entrances. That way you have basically like a throughway that you can make in the village. This one for right now just has 1. This is a kind of another village that can be pretty far out from the rest of the villages, so it just has an entrance. But I do have plans to maybe at some point do another entrance, maybe on the south side of the village. Either way, I like these kind of buildings because not only do you have a nice gate, but you then have a like a little area that you can kind of fill out as like a storage unit. So I have like resources in here, like some tools right in here, and then come over here. I've got a little spiral staircase. You can go up here, right up to the top, and now we're above the gate. And you can think of this as like you could come up here and defend from invaders or whatever. If there's like a raid, we could do a raid. And this is a great way to come up and take out some raiders some illagers that might be right here at the gate and come out of the gate and attack more. So love this kind of stuff. But we're going to continue on. Now this village, I did some different, like kind of just in each village, I like to do a little sprucing up. I like to do something a little bit different with each one. So like for instance, this one, I clipped a whole bunch of these birch leaves or whatever, because obviously I was growing all these trees. Just grabbed a whole bunch of birch leaves and I started laying them across all of the paths on either side. So I thought it looked really nice. And then I filled out the interior of this village with all these birch trees, and I used them for torch placement. So I thought it was pretty crafty. I thought it looked nice. But yeah, we start to walk in, and we're here. We're basically in just a normal little Minecraft village. It's really not too out of the ordinary. If anything, actually, I really have not touched any of the housing. The only thing I've done, obviously, is just spruced up the roads. Went ahead and laid down some of these stairs. That way, it's just a little bit easier for the navigation for these villagers. And then did a couple simple things. One thing that I've noticed, and actually, it's funny. I don't know. I like to bring up these little things in these builds because if you're watching and maybe you want to do something similar, and you want to like build housing for villagers or whatnot, or you just have these problems in general. Like for instance, this house spawned in like this and had a problem with the villagers being able to path. I don't even know if maybe Mojang understands this one, but originally here, see, there's this block of wool right here. See, it's white wool. I put this down because originally it was a dirt path block right up to the door. Now, for whatever reason, the villagers just don't path. They just don't understand it. They'll get right up to the door, or like they'll get right near it or whatever, and they just won't be able to open the door and go in. They just can't do it. So what I did is I replaced it with the white wool. I like to think that this kind of looks like a carpet, in my opinion. It looks like a little carpet, like a little doormat, if you will. And you place something like that down, like something in front of the door, and they immediately will start to path in. So interesting little mechanics like that. How did you? Okay, I didn't know turtles could climb, but interesting. Minecraft turtles can climb apparently. But yeah, so little things like that I've learned, over the years, just having to deal with these dudes. But either way, it's been pretty fun, just sprucing up this village. So I completely surrounded the entire village with these logs. Here, I'll fly up a little bit actually, so you can see better. But yeah, it just completely cuts off and isolates this village, and it makes it to where I can manage this entire inside area. We can light it all up, and then also completely protect the villagers from any exterior threats. So all the zombies and the skeletons and the creepers, they can't come in here. The spiders can still come over the walls, but they're really not that big of a nuisance. The main thing for me, obviously, is the zombies, because the zombies will come in and destroy entire villages. I've actually had villages in planet Earl that have been completely decimated by zombies, and it's unfortunate. It was unfortunately my fault because I would just be there around nighttime and I wouldn't be thinking about it, and the villagers just aren't. They just can't defend themselves. That's one fatal flaw about the villagers, is they just can't defend themselves. They try their best to hide away from the zombies, but eventually they get found and they get attacked and they succumb. And you can always try to replenish them, but in some cases, you just lose entire villages because of a zombie attack. So either way, this is mainly just just an ordinary vanilla Minecraft village. But I try to spruce it up a little bit with some leaves. Try to improve the pathing a little bit. We've got a portal that I'm going to eventually put a little bit of marble around, like I've done with the other portals, and it's connected up to the yellow network, so it's already with all the other towns in the Greater Cheeseville area. I guess one other little small feature I'd like to show off is just, and this is something I like to do with some of these towns. Worked out pretty well with this one. And a lot of towns, the train generation obviously will just cut right into the town. You'll have caves like this one that'll just pop up, within vicinity of these houses and stuff. So when I was deciding the borders of the town, I just went around this cave, left it in the town, but put it right at the edge of this whole border of this whole. He's stuck on that ledge. That's why he's not moving. Yeah, put it right on the edge of this whole, the borderline. And I'll show you why in a second here. First, there you go, buddy. Now you can go back to patrolling. Where are you going? He is in a rush. Okay. But yeah, I like to leave these caves here because, especially with how this one formed, so we go down in the cave, and what's cool is it has two natural branches. I went ahead and I completely walled this one off with cobblestone walls, except for a little entrance right here. And the reason being is because it actually leads out. It goes all the way out, and boom, right outside the wall. So I like stuff like that because, to me, that's kind of like a little secret entrance in a way. I actually started doing this too. I started putting fences kind of at the top of these little ledges where the cave entrances are, just because, if you're walking along, it helps you from not falling straight into your death or at least breaking your legs or whatnot. And then also kind of shows off where these caves are. So that way you can come right down, walk into the cave, and then boom, there's the entrance to the village. It's like a little hidden entrance, like a little back entrance, which is nice. But then also down here is a little section of mines. It's a short little tunnel. It doesn't go very far. I think that's where it ends actually. But I like to think that this is like a little villager mine. So they've been mining down here. And then if we hop on over this way, we have another one. I'll show you real quick, and then we got to wrap this up soon. But yeah, once again, not too crazy. I didn't build anything big. Oh, another error. Some add-on that keeps doing that. I didn't want to overcomplicate this village, especially since I know eventually I want to hand this village off to Miner. So Miner, well, one day, hopefully, I mean, it's not like that's not something that like I don't want to push onto Miner. And if anything, Miner, if you're watching, this is not like a call out to be like, okay, now you have to, do something. I really just wanted to save a town for well, I'll speak directly to you, Miner, because I'll just pretend that you're watching at this point. But I just wanted to save a village for you. Just in case you ever did decide that you wanted to jump back on, you wanted to play some more. Maybe you did want to explore around and like just kind of. Oh, you know what? There's no torches on top of this house. I'll do that real quick. But maybe you did want to like have a village to experiment around in, like build a house in a village, or kind of like build like more housing in like a villager hotel or something. Any amount of ideas. If you ever wanted to experiment with something like that, then this is yours. This whole town. I'm just gonna keep it the way that it is for right now. I think the only thing that I'm gonna change is the portal. I'm just gonna go ahead and update that and make it look nice. But everything else, um, you can change any of this. It's really not. I'm not trying to make it stay this way. If you feel me. But I figured I would just kind of lay out a nice groundwork for a village, and then I just couldn't help myself with the the leaves and everything. Um, yeah, I'll finish this up by just showing off this last little bit. I did do one other thing down here with this cave, because once again we have a little walkway down into here. Goes into this natural cave, and I put this little railing in because there's actually a bit of a drop off down there, and so I wanted a nice little flat like boardwalk, if you will, right over to another little wall, another little cave exit, if you will, because this one also exits out there somewhere. Excuse me. But yeah, so once again, I like to imagine that these villagers, especially this is Minor Town, right? So maybe they come down here at some point. They mine up some ores. They mine up some, maybe clay or stone or whatever they need, and they come back up here and they do their work. And then what's cool here? We'll do a little aerial shot right over here, or right up here for a minute. Yeah, there's the path. Oh my gosh, what a view! If only we had a nice tall spot to look at this on. Yeah, check it out. There's Miner's house all the way out there. There's Cherry Ranch all the way over there. And the path that connects the two, and it comes all the way down here in the bridge. And then that path leads all the way into Minor Town. And you just gotta love it. I love seeing this here. Get a little bit farther away and try to get away from the trail. I love seeing the entire town lit up, and just seeing the darkness all around it, if you will. I know the sound of me flying is probably so annoying, but at the same time, it's a really pretty sight. But yeah, guys, that's about it for the episode. I tell you what we'll do is we'll just keep flying up for the rest of the episode, and then yeah, we'll just end it there. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it, Miner. Hope you were watching. Thank you if you are, and love you, man. Hope to see you soon or hear from you soon. Yeah, like and subscribe, guys. If you liked it, subscribe for more, all that jazz. You know the drill. And see you in the next one. All right, bye.